Greetings, loyal subscribers and honoured guests. Welcome to episode 62 of Covertape Chaos. It's a bit of a special one this week because I am taking a look at the first of 3 brand new power packs that were assembled by the talented and extremely hard-working folks behind the Commodore Format Archive. There are a whopping 4 games to be found here. If you want to enjoy this power pack yourself, then you can download it for free on their site at www.commodoreformatarchive.com. Please consider sending them a donation via Patreon though if you enjoy it. Now let's get on with looking at the games. First up is Super PAC Twins, which you may well remember from an official power pack a few issues ago. Back in the day, CF put out a very early version on the tape and asked readers for feedback on how to turn it into a fun, fully developed game. They didn't get permission from the creators though, which understandably pissed them off, and the game was abandoned as a result. Now, all these years later, the game has been finished, and this time full permission was granted to include it here. I'm afraid to say though that I still don't really like the game all that much. It would seem that not much has changed with the gameplay to make it exciting. I kept on playing it to see if some new element would be introduced to spice up the gameplay, and nothing happened. As it stands, it is a reasonably well put together Pac-Man style game for 1 or 2 players that just gets a bit dull after a while. It is missing some kind of hook to make it special. Next up is House Case, which was the subject of its own controversy back in the day. This is the game that CF left off one of the power packs because they had failed to order enough tape. Quite an embarrassing story. So now we can finally play this one too. How does it fare? While it may be yet another shoot-'em-up construction kit game, it's a very well made one. You explore a haunted house, blasting ghouls and other nasties with the press of the fire button. You can't shoot very far at all though, which makes things tricky, and I really had trouble getting past one particular enemy as soon as I got past the initial graveyard stage and into the house proper. I really love the spooky graphics and the music though, the atmosphere is great. Well worth checking out, especially around Halloween. Game number 3 is Sub Hunter, an aquatic blaster with 25 levels of varying gameplay to enjoy. As soon as I witnessed the intro, heard the music and saw the people who were involved in making this game, I got excited. A veritable who's who of names from the C64 scene helped put this game together, and the end result is truly fantastic. The gameplay changes on each stage and all of them are great. Level 1 scrolls from right to left and you are tasked with rescuing a certain number of swimmers from the rampant aquatic life. Then your sub is at the top of the screen and you need to drop bombs on a target number of fish during each wave in order to save one of the swimmers from the previous stage. After that you have to dodge nasty crabs and land on the seabed in order to rescue more stranded swimmers. The game continues like this until you get to stage 25 and do battle against a mutant shark. Of course, I was nowhere near good enough to get that far on my first try. I came away from Sub Hunter extremely impressed though, and it's definitely a game I will continue to play on my C64 Mini and GPD XD. Our final game this time around is Cosmic Arc, which is a remake of an Atari 2600 classic, though one that I have never played myself. This is another very enjoyable game that's fairly simple to pick up but tricky to master. There are 2 types of stage. On the first one you send your little UFO down to the surface of the planet and then beam up the wildlife to save them from extinction. You're not up to anything sinister in this game. Then you take them back to the mothership. There are planetary defences that will attempt to stop you from doing this though. Then there is a second stage where asteroids will fly at your mothership from all directions, and all you have to do is press in the matching direction to blast them. The process will then repeat, and it will be slightly trickier than the last time. Those asteroids move pretty fast on the later stages. I can definitely tell this game originated on the 2600, although the gameplay is still very good. It's pure addictive arcade style action. So there we have it, Power Pack 62 is done. Sub Hunter is definitely my favourite of all of these games, quite closely followed by Cosmic Arc. I doubt I will be playing House Case or Super PAC Twins again to be honest, though it is nice to finally have them in their completed forms. Join me again for Power Pack 63 in 2 weeks time, and in the meantime, take care.